Oh, quiet you. I hear you spinning up. I actually really want to get, I want to upgrade NAS and change over to SSDs, but SSDs are expensive. Yeah, every time, it's always a bloody KFC ad. KFC, I don't know what it is, but KFC loves advertising on Twitch. Hungry Jack's does too, but they're, I think they're actually in trouble now because they had people, this happened, I think, last week. They had people, doing Twitch donations, and then the donation message was like, this is the price of a Whopper. Also, this thing doesn't work too well if you don't give it inserters. Did you know? KFC slogan is not using... KFC has a slogan? I don't remember the last time a company really used a slogan. It's just not really a thing anymore. At least not here, as far as I can tell. You're looking good? I don't remember the last time they even used that. Yeah, like, maybe it's still a thing in the US, but it's, like here you don't really get slogans anymore. Then again, slogans were never like a huge... Oh, I'm slowly losing turrets up there. That's a problem. That's a bad one. Equal configures during COVID? Either that or I'm just not paying enough attention to notice. That's entirely possible as well. Is that because slogans don't really mean anything here, so you don't really notice them anymore. Now. That? I mean, maybe someone could correct me if I'm wrong. Approval that slogan is one of the stupid things other than the point of stupidity of people. Yeah, now instead of coming up with slogans, companies intentionally cause Twitter rage. Yeah, that's sort of the thing now. Hey! Welcome back. Hey, Everace. Yeah, it's good progress. It's not great progress by my standard, by classical standards, but it's okay progress. I mean, we're over 8 hours in, and I've only got purple sites unlocked. Normally, by 8 hours, I'd try and have a rocket launched and more, but yeah, whatever works. I mean, if I'd planned out this base a little better, I probably would have been able to launch a rocket by now. But I didn't really plan the base. It was just like, let's just build some stuff and see what happens. And so, here we are, with this chaotic mess of a base. Now, the reason why I pulled those over here was I just wanted to throw down a quick and dirty... well, I say quick and dirty, but it's going to be pretty permanent. Low density structure build. Right. Do it again properly. Oh, no red boys. Only sending quarter yellow up towards reds? Quarter yellow? Slow and dirty? Giggity. Quick and dirty does not mean not permanent last time I checked in the dictionary. Yeah, I plan on redoing all of these anyway. All the circuits. Eventually, maybe. Possibly. Not likely. As is all these things, as is the case with all these things. Also, crafting gears. It's just pain crafting gears. Alright. Plastic was the fast one. But I want copper on the close lane. Dangerous thick. Run out of follow. Which was apparently completely silent. At least as far as I could tell. Apparently. Pop. There we go. Prod 3. Let's throw down that as well. So the next thing to do, the to-do list, to get done, probably make some shields. Those, sorta. Battery need probably 10, 5. Oh, that's getting to be a situation there. We're in the handcrafting land of stuff and things. It's probably not worth the effort. I mean, I could probably benefit from a flamethrower, but eh. Let's just go say hi. Some biders. Possibly hi bye. Down there. Ooh, we're starting to nudge that one. They seen? Yeah, they've seen some biders. I need to go up there and see where the edge of the pollution is. I might need to knock out them as well. But up here is going to need to be dealt with. Yeah, I'm going to need to deal with up here. Is that up here? Oh, they ate my... Spider ate my... Fine, be that way. Eat all my turrets. Eat my radar. Jerks. See, Factory Town came out with a campaign. No, I hadn't. I've been meaning to give Factory Town another look. For quite a while now. Oh, that shield does not last long. Like one shields. I need that. Why do I always attack at night? I really don't know. Yeah, no spit for you. Oh, I guess it is spit for you. But you're all dead now, so that's all good. Alright, next one. Next one to get deaded. I probably should do some explosive upgrades as well. That'd be a smart move. Maybe actually getting fire would be a good idea too. That's chipping away at a lot of health. Excellent. It's got Rail World to start now. Wasn't the Factory Town map pretty finite though? Gee, these guys scale up pretty quick. Uh-oh, that's not good. I was watching the health code. No, I don't have any damage upgrades, don't I? For explosives, at least. Get the spawners down. Okay. Oh, another puddle of iron there. Resource depletes, but you can find shrines. It's infinite. Mangled pork towns. Hey, I don't know who actually did poison capsule. I was thinking about poison capsules. Now, when you mean towns, do you mean like is that referring back to Factorio, or do you is that something else? I did see that there was actual steam engines now in like steam train engines, so it wasn't just mine carts transporting stuff anymore in Factory Town. You got me wondering who actually did the first train town base as well in Factorio, or at least publicised it. I know we made it popular. We being Rails with Logic. Rails was actually kind of late game Rails in Factory Town. Because it was a fair way into the tech tree, at least it felt like it. Sure, if I actually gave it enough time, it wouldn't have been so bad. What's going on with this? This here? The map generator have a heart attack or something? It's just a continuous line. It's the most artificial line I've ever seen. That's impressive. Something just doesn't look. Something looks completely unnatural about that. But I did preview the map. But is it on grid? So yeah, couldn't decide which direction I want to go in. I mean, I'm well outside pollution now. I need to swing back around that way. I mean, I'm not complaining. It's a nice, big, natural barrier for biters. I mean, I suppose in a way you could argue that I am complaining, but it's not a terrible thing. Let's grab the lakes so they make it on grid to save UPS. I don't know that that's a thing. Just putting it out there. I really should have shrunk the size of uranium. I got enough uranium for a lifetime now. I mean, I will be building nuclear on a lake at some point. Got to find a lake big enough though. Match. Yeah, might even be work there for nuclear. Or further out, we'll see. Need to get some exploration on. Match, run out, no matter how small. The only time I've seen him run out, I have seen him run out as long as they have less than 1 million. But yeah, 4.9 million. That's once you get mining productivity, that's it. And that was early game as well. The version 15 uranium patches, which were super duper small, could run out quite easily. Yeah, beyond that, it's just not likely to ever run out. There we go. Doing some serious damage now with these grenades. Some serious damage to myself with those biters. How long did the oil changes affect refinery cracking ratio? Oh, that was a long time ago. Yeah, that was like version 16. But as I was saying last time on Saturday, that I normally don't really like for this stage of the game. I don't worry about cracking ratios because it's not actually going to help. Like having the ratioing them out is not actually going to help you. Doesn't like it only helps you know how many you need, but it's not going to help you. It's not going to make the refining any better or worse. How big was that uranium patch? It was 4.9 million. Keep in mind I already have a 1.6 and a 5.9 as well. Yeah, as I say, I meant to turn them down. I might even rejig Colonel Will's command. I'm going to leave that one for now. I might rejig his evil command to reduce uranium richness. So actually, yeah, that's gaining. Base game should adjust the ranges so the meaning of high and low uranium are changed. It'd be nice if the phrasing of... Oh, crap. Where's that? Aw. My thingies. That'll be from over there. Probably should have taken a car as well. Ah, that's great. Coming to green territory. Delicious, delicious green water. Basic default uranium should be like 20%. Yeah, just like the standard should be. Well, it did used to be quite a lot less. That's the thing. When it was first introduced, it was a lot less. Oh, but I did. It's a terrible thing, isn't it? Right, rocket silo. What do you need? You're actually one high tech away, and that's it. That's not bad. Well, I'll do these while we're on that. Smaller size of uranium? Yeah, a little bit smaller, a little bit less dense. Just like half of each. There it is. I'll find the right button eventually. Now you need robot frames, blue circuits, and low density, and sneeze. I think the sneeze is going away. Yeah, it's gone away. Like uranium, coal, and stone should be that way. Maybe not. No, stone can get pretty out of control. The demand without too much effort. That was actually the biggest killer with the old base, was the lack of stone, because it was made before, it was generated before stone really did anything. I mean, you do actually get a lot of stone, but it depends if you're going to landfill or not. If you're doing a lot of landfill, then stone supply is a problem. If you're not landfilling, you do get an oversupply. Unless you've got my base where you don't have enough stone to do science. Coal is pretty good. It's like coal. Yeah, coal's pretty good if you consider that. If you're going to use it for coal liquefaction, you actually start using a lot of it. Now let's just add to the collection. It's going to become a little shrine of all the obsolete equipment at some point. Add it, let's grab that. Eject those, make one of them. Do I have 10 of those? I made 10. Oh, I already crafted it. I already clicked the button. I meant to click that one. Dump. It's the obsolete equipment dump. That works too. What do I need with my newfound low density? Bad. 40. Hey, it's an AK. Alright, because I don't have anything. Again. Give me that, and that. Bit of that, all of that. Over these, not enough. Splitters, fine. I don't really use that many splitters. I mean, you left a pipe in the way, so you can't climb over it. Not crafting anywhere near enough productivity modules on account of the fact that there's like no... That's probably enough stockpiling of that. No Spidertron army yet? Not yet. Just 5 more minutes and then we'll definitely have a Spidertron army. Suppose this can plug into there. Five more minutes and I'll definitely have it. Yeah. Wanted it yesterday. Okay. I need to pump up the circuit supply. It's not doing too well at the minute. I set the timer for 5 minutes. Gonna try give science of a try? I don't know. My trouble is I'm not big on... I can't get into those sort of things anymore. That's high tech on the way. Personally, super rich setting that speedrunners use should be taken out of vanilla. It's gonna put in that way there. It's good for you. Super rich is fine for if you want to do more creative stuff. I don't see any problem with them. Being using that MK1 power armor. Depends on how you play. Because I want the legs sooner rather than later, and making the Mark II isn't as easy as it used to be. It is possible to skip, but it isn't as easy to skip as it used to be. Yeah, it isn't as... You can't skip that step. Oh. That's also not good. Can't skip like you used to. And oh yeah, and the main reason for skipping was because of the, or the big reason for skipping in the first place was solar panels, and they're pretty good now. I've thought about belts around all the belts I've seen have yellow belt being closest to gear production, then upgrades. Would it be more practical to have yellow belt furthest from gear production, then upgrades? Basic belt's pretty much guaranteed gears. Hang on, just trying to think about that. Solar power worth it? Yeah, it's so solar power or portable solar panels used to only produce 10 kilowatts. Now they produce 30. They're 3 times as strong as they used to be. So they do actually benefit you now. I was actually gunning for 40, but Had to compromise. I remember very much complaining about it at one point. Unfortunately, fusions didn't get buffed. There was a very good case for buffing those, but that didn't happen either. Still feel like MK1. The only thing that costs it goes back to last time. The only thing that's really expensive is time. I mean, it didn't really take anything to make this thing. And I just handcrafted the solar panels in the background. It's nothing. Grab some of that. Let's see. That might be into train territory, that one. I mean, I can try and not train it. I'm gonna regret it. I think the personal solar panels also used to require 10 base. Yeah, they did. I think. And the craft time was absurdly long. How heavily are you going to use Spidertron in this Megabase? Very heavily. Because each one of these used to be a 60-second craft time, not a 10-second craft time. And yeah, I think they used 5 or 10. I don't remember which way round it went. It might have actually been 5. 5 sounds familiar. I think making trains is the way to go. Wiki should say in the previous versions. You do that. And you do that. That. There we go. One supply rail. It's not the fastest rail in the universe, but it'll do. That's cooking away. Make like 4 of them. Let's make a 242 or something will do for now. You made me rail yet? Sort of. Hello there, May. Mobile Roboport vehicles in vanilla. Does anyone think we'll get Roboport grids in vanilla trains? Well, the base game, I think, as it, like equipment grid was always a base. It's been a base thing since like 13. Been around forever. But it's one of those things where they don't like throwing off the game balance. I don't think they'll do it for trains. I think they'll stay in mod territory. But given that they want to... They want to... Where's turrets there? They want to add logistics to Spidertron. It's possible we get logistics requests for all vehicles as well. So tanks, cars, maybe trains. See what happens. It's possible. But it's possible but unlikely. That's my thinking. Gun turrets with logistics. Repair that. Yeah, we get a bit crazy if you had trains with all the logistics. I tell you what, not going out there with only 54 ammo is probably a dumb idea. Storage chest. Oh yeah, I mean, I always try something. Keep forgetting every time. Okay. There you go. We can insert stuff into it. Now you know. Because it's just a chest. It's a glorified chest. Oh, you actually needed that. I'd use it as a science buffer. Of course they did. I mean, why wouldn't you use a crushed ship as a science buffer? With fish? It's not a terrible idea. We're not going to have enough poles. Ooh, moose. Run down that fellow. The second time I've seen a moose today. I'd like to see logistics port added to equipment so you can summon the thing. Fill us up your logistics request. Was sad when they took away starter assembly lab spaceship crash site. Target I am. Made the early game wildly different and fun. It could have been something, yeah, but I think it took away from what they were always aiming for. I would have liked to have seen the expanding the expanding campaign. That's something that I've always wanted to see. Having the map expand out as you progress. In Discord. Hi, nice. Yeah, it only holds 5 though. So it would only work up to a point. But it's not, it's a funny idea though. In theory you should have permission anyway. This is pretty funny. Boosting! Maybe they'll come back when they feel with fresh eyes. Hopefully. It's like, hopefully they'll come back with some more FFF. I'm still a bit on the edge. I don't know how I feel about the community FFF. This. Because it feels like it's casual bear thrown in a follow as well. Let's say casual bear. I'm pretty sure I saw pear instead of bear. Yeah, I'm worried it'll become a best of Reddit weekly. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 5. Ooh, how's Megabase going? I mean, it's still very, very modest at the minute. But, yeah, getting there. We're starting to actually think about trains now. Which is nice. It's always a major milestone once the first trains start moving. Yeah, progression into trains is it's a big one because that means you're now starting to move pretty significant quantities of ore around. Be out now? Yeah, just on 8 hours, which is, as I was saying before, it's a little slow, but it's not terrible. It's not the worst I've ever done. Are you planning your starting base to be a part of your Megabase? No, I normally tear down the starter base once I hit that stage. Or at least recycle it, to the extent that you can recycle stuff. The starter base will eventually be more of a general supply base, so it'll supply building materials, that sort of thing. Now, speaking of, when you go megabasing, you don't want to completely tear down the starter base before you build the megabase. That's like mistake number one that everyone makes first time. Because you may not necessarily have enough to finish it. Alrighty. Two, three, there, and there. Belt, 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 belt. Yeah, I'm not very good at placing belt, as you can see. There. I nearly had it, and then I ruined it. Ruined the whole thing. Yeah. Oops, I don't have enough belts. Well, now you're screwed. Or trying to build thousands and thousands. Waiting for modules is the other big one. You don't want to be waiting for modules. I'd say that's the single biggest one, is the module grind, waiting for modules. The biggest mistake people make going for a mega base. Yeah, just build more, and then you prioritize the modules. Because the base without the modules can produce the stuff you need for the modules. Bit lumpy. Yeah, I'll even use rich text this time. I've been a bit lazy on that lately. I need to give you some fuel to get back. Anything that's a bit rich? No. See, we did that too. Just played this game so much you know the terms they appear in inventory. Yeah, I've had the raw names open a few too many times. It's funny, I don't actually know how to recolor it. Well, I vaguely know how to recolor it. I don't exactly know what to do. How about that? Something like that? You wish. Wingdings. Something like that. I don't remember the exact thing. It's been a while since I've done it, that's all. It's got to be in square brackets. Yes, that's it exactly. And the syntax change, which kinda Oh, does it need a closing color? Yes, it does. It needed a closing tag. Oh. I cancel it. There it goes. Alright, let's give you your crap to do things. There's 1,000 million different ways of doing this thing. Each with their own uppities and downities. The classic one that I normally do. 1, 2, back. That. You side load and then have to like that. And it's pretty good at eating an entire belt. Yeah, so nominally. It needs really needs the stack inserters though. Does that actually work? Yeah. As I say, it needs stack. It doesn't have the capacity bonus to really work properly. But yeah, it because you're side loading, it speeds it up quite a bit. I mean, the alternative to that is to get rid of all that crap. Which, in fact, let's do it this way. 2, 3. There we go. Or inventory into the chain. Once. So, you then have a combinator here. Each divided by negative 4, 8, 12, 16. There's 16 of them each. I could actually also just, like, there, save on wire. Masculine and gender neutral. It's like dude, isn't it? There we go. Dude, explain what you're doing with the combinators. So what I'm doing is I'm measuring what's in the chests, comparing it with. I'm just trying to remember it. So what's going on is we're comparing what's in the chest. We're taking some. So this green wire is taking. What overall what it's doing is it's averaging. So we're taking the entire contents of the sum of all that's in the chests. Those should actually be stopping. Hang on. Stand by. Stand by. There we go. So now, we're averaging each individual chest. So we're taking the sum, dividing it by 16, or negative 16, because there's 16 inserters, 4, 8, 12, 16. 4 fours are 16. And then we're taking that negative sum, or that negative 1 on 16, comparing it with what's... and combining it, doing some wire addition here. It's the wire addition here where the bulk of the work's happening. That's where things are really confusing. We're taking the number that's in the individual chest, so in this case 170 and going up, 180 and going up, and that's then going to subtract from the 190 here, which is the average. So the average of what's in all the chests is a bit over 200 now, and so this is going to progress up. And so whenever it goes over the average, would cut that. So this can no longer insert. It goes up. So this can no longer insert because it's below average. These can no longer insert either till it goes up. You see this green light's on now. So that one is below average. So it's waiting for this one to fill up. So if I give it that, see the others can now insert. Does that make sense so far? That's fantasy common logic to do it with a single... There's so much packed into that. This wasn't the fun part of train loading for you. So, yeah, it's magic. So yeah, the sum of all that's in all the chests is 4,200. We divide it by 16, because there's 16 chests. It's 263. We do minus to add the minus to do the wire addition, the final part. And so yeah, this has 262. 262 minus 263 is minus 1. So it's the total in the chest is negative 1. So the inserter, when it's negative 1, when it's less than or equal to 0, then it's free to insert. Am I the only one with stream lagging? There might be... Oh, there's no drop frames, but Twitch seem to be having a few little issues here and there. So you might need to pause play or refresh. Keep the throughput trains up because there's still a lane balancing them with this kind of unnecessary since each wagon fills individually. It does depend. This has the advantage of using less splitters, which does help. I can't claim credit for coming up with this. Mad Zero came up with this a billion years ago. Like 4 years ago? 5 years ago now? So it's awesome, but why? If your input can keep inserters busy filling the chest. It's mainly to stop one set of chests overfilling. That's what you want. The only downside to it is a little bit slower. And as you can see, it's only draining one lane. If I wanted to add more inserters, I could do that too. Why wouldn't one constantly buffer? Or it just means that the train will always load evenly because these chests will always be equal. It means you're not waiting on one wagon to fill up because it's slower than the others. And this is kind of a bad example for it because it's not likely to go out of balance. One chest short. This would work a lot better with stack inserters. Or just more inserters in general. Like that. See, now they're going to wait on those chests that were logically connected. Actually, no, they won't because this is not 24. Change this to minus 24. See, now it's going to wait on those outer two to fill up. Yeah, the ratio's wrong. What all it's doing is it's evening out the chest so that you're not waiting on a single wagon. You know, you're not filling 3 up instantly and then just waiting for this 4th for too long. That's effectively all it's there for. That's getting hammered pretty hard. Oh yeah, I do have a ghost box, yes. I need steel to craft it. At some point I'm going to run out of track. Trees. Name your trees. Yeah, first track is usually something freehand. Dear. Did I get tired of answering the same question over and over again? Somewhat. If you ever worked in customer service, you know, or anything like that, where you have to answer the same question over and over again, you get used to it eventually. Can you drop in trees inside the train? Not really. You used to be able to ram stuff with the train. Not anymore. No personal bots? Not yet. I haven't crafted the thingy yet to do it. Also kind of power hungry. I need to boost that too. Will we get another junction of disappoint? I can only hope. It's actually, you do raise a good point, as I should really give myself some bots. Right, I need steel. Apparently I'm all out of steel. Customer service is like explaining how to put a round peg in a round hole over and over. Yeah, yep, that is exactly it. Oh, you're those, that's why. Well, you're also not really receiving enough iron, but that's another issue entirely. Yeah, you can make a start. I'll keep the bots busy by upgrading these. No reason not to have steel furnaces now. I mean, they are more fuel efficient. Considerably more fuel efficient. Where's our thingy? There. I'll just make one. Do we need to pair 2x24, 48 steel furnaces with a red belt? Yeah, so to eat a red belt coming in, or 2 yellow belts coming in, you need 2x24, so it needs to be 24 long. To eat 1 yellow belt, one yellow belt is worth 24 stone furnaces. And a blue belt is 36. So 3 times. So yellow belt for steel furnaces is 12, red is 24, and 36 for blue. Yeah, wrong button. I know I say that's the one of the exceptions to ratios. Knowing the furnace ratios is really important. But things like circuit ratios, most of the time, and things like circuit ratios and a lot of the other stuff, you can generally get away with direct insert 1-to-1. Case in point here. Like, these don't run 100% of the time, but it doesn't matter. Just make more of them, and it'll be fine. Same with these here. Like, these are 20 seconds, these are 10 seconds, so most of these spend the time idle. Meh. Like, you could do 2-to-1, but as I say, meh. And the fun... Making 4 belts of steel. Oh yeah, that's another classic new player thing, or person who doesn't really understand ratios, is having a full belt, trying to get a full red belt of steel, let alone a yellow belt of steel, is actually really hard work. Like, see, these 2 yellow belts can't keep up with the steel supply. It needs... oh, it's because of the splitter, actually. Yeah, that one steel smelter takes 1 red belt of iron ore coming in. What is it? 4 belts? 5 belts? Like that. See, now this one doesn't even get fed at all. Base does 8 blue belts of steel. Kind of proud of that. Yeah, I think it's 5 of these? For some reason I think it's 3. Trying to remember. Oh, I know why. I know why. It's because the ore is shared. Yeah, that's why I was able to get away with it previously. So you can see it's just barely lighting up towards the end. Like, it's just destroying that. Good way to explain parallel processing? Huh? What about with stone furnaces? Was a big smelter not worth? Nah. Now, steel needs to be steel furnaces. By the time 8 belts of steel, I've got modular outpost, drop steel. 8 belts of steel is a lot of steel. 5, the refined time for the steel is also 5, so... Yeah, I just can't see it at the minute. Are you off? Ah, I see. Sneaky, sneaky stone furnace. Actually 10 if you count the math base part of the other H's for science. I'm trying to remember what the 12k base was. It was a lot. It's like 48 belts of steel or something. On-site steel, but only once you get electric furnaces. Yeah, on-site's a good idea too. I've done something similar before, where you do on-site smelting and then have a central steel smelter. But I think I've done... Yeah, I have done on-site steel. Yeah, 2700, which is about right. For that much steel. I'm gonna pull up the train a little bit away, like about here. I did click the right one. So when are you gonna let rain convince you to do C block? Yeah, I haven't been able to get into C block. It's not my thing. But I never liked Sky block. I never enjoyed that mod. So it's unlikely I'll do C block. It's also Deathwood. Damn. There on the station? Oh, right, actually. Didn't I? Hang on. Let's go rescue the train first. While we're at it. Yeah? There we go. New to this game, should I kill all bugs nests around your base? Depends on how you set up the game. Generally, yes. Yes, you want to clear out all of the spider nests. Let's imagine no long trains on this track. Yeah, there's a little bit too much. There was a little bit too much track, and so I wasn't able to pull it into tension. I've done the math correctly. It's something like 2400 furnaces to fill a yellow belt. Something like that. Sounds about 2400. Is that for 8 lanes? It should be like 160, 240. I think it's 100. I want to say 160. No, 120. 120 steel furnaces to fill a yellow belt of steel. Either way, it's a lot of a lot of freaking steel. A lot of furnaces. Zero. Yeah, 240, one each. One each side. Sounds right. Rude. Oh, you're out of ammo. Mind? It's amazing when you see small spitters still. Am I not killing my turrets? There you go. Get deaded. Actually, just move it out of tile. Get a breathing room. Hey, it did something. Oh. It's awesome for in-game ratios. It's alright. I personally not a huge fan of it. It does the job. Oh well. Well, before I get too carried away. Feed you some coal. I tend to use 4 inserters on these. Even though I could get away with 6, it's... Always, you always get it out of balance chests if you don't do it with 4. Can't figure out Hell mod. It's a pain in the ass. Like, it's good for ratios, I've used it, but it's got a lot of really weird quirks to it. It's crazy that mine was doing 16 blue belts of... The old one was doing 16 blue belts of steel. What was that? Uh-oh. What did I do? Done a thing, haven't I? No? Oh, you were iron, right. Yeah, because I redirected these. 10k? Add recipe, range, and item you want to make. I figured out how to... beacons... setups? Oh, that's in Hell mod. Fully fueled. Slip that back on the belt. Tentacle, containing fields, pruning, when I clean up minerals over ore. Pruning. You get into a habit of micromanaging that. It's a bad habit. Enki! Throwing down that follow there too. A lot of new people today. Yeah, it's horticulture pruning. Eating the roses and that sort of thing. Oh yeah, I have a thingy now. What's... Another visitor. Stay a while. Stay forever. This is not follow botting. There's been quite a few of those lately. Your red, green... Sure. So this is what I'm using for green currently. I don't do the 3 to 2. It doesn't... yeah. It, 3 to 2, like, it's fine, it works. It just takes longer to set up. Whereas this, it's all click and drags. Very easy. And then red, same story. This is all based around click and drag. Yeah, this could do 6 instead of 4, but I don't care. It, like, click and drag. Everything I do is all about click and drag. Getting it done quickly instead of fiddling about stupid fish sandwich things. Spent way too much. I've spent enough, played enough multiplayer games building those stupid fish sandwich red circuit builds to know that they're horrible things to build without bots. I wonder what fish sandwich does these days. Now, this one's also a bit of a weird one. It's sort of abusing how inserters insert onto belts, the different orientation of belts. Hello, train. They're broken as soon as as soon as you throw productivity modules into them, that's the end of them. Side that way. Yeah, Locator is right. Switch that. I'm holding down Shift and switching between the hotbars too. Yeah, so it's on slot. These are on slot 3. I should really change it. Like swap 1 and 2. I don't want to, because I'm eventually going to make 3 1. That's thing I can also put on these too. Depends on how far into the game you're going to go too. But even like if you're speed running, you're still going to use a 1-to-1 build. You're not going to use a 3-to-2. If you're going at your own pace, then get away with it. You can use a 3-to-2. Like it's going to last longer before you need to upgrade. Why the underground? It seemed like it worked. No, it doesn't. It actually doesn't work with the underground. Watch this. So that's loading on both sides of the belt like it is. Do this. It loads on one side. Safe to say, very few people are speedrunning. And like the way I do it, I could easily do have the rocket up in 4 hours. If I actually bothered to maintain my skills of an early game. Early game determines how long. How you do the red-green techs, and that early game determines how long it takes to launch a rocket. Yeah, that underground is critical for getting them to load on the other side of the belt. Yeah, it's just it's a little interesting quirk of belt mechanics. Creative use of belt mechanics. The reason why I kept those the way they are is I want to come down here, cut that. Did I have the book? I have the book. I want one of these things. Keep print 145. The rules say no blueprinting, but it generally has. Like Anti and all the others generally have a blueprint on a second screen. Second monitor. There. Don't know if I can speed all these up to red belt. Sure, try and give it a go. And that comes from all the way down here. Be able to do it. I might get 3 out of it. Well, just to be sure, I'll spread the load out across like that. What I'm doing is the train supply is guaranteed to be full belts, and this thing can only shuffle 2 lanes either side. So of this, 2 lanes can go there and 2 lanes can go there. Balancers do have limits. They're not like universal, make anything go anywhere. I'd love to see a category that disallow preset map seeds. Watching people build. There is one. There's that says default and any percent. Default means you have to use what you're given, and any percent means you can game it to whatever you want. There's also a New Game Plus, which is a similar sort of story. So you can see there's the 2 lanes going through. That's all it can do. So use copy paste to extend builds and what's available, but can't use. Yeah, you can use copy paste, but you're not allowed to bring in blueprints. I'll actually show you. Where are we at? Here. So any percent. There he is, any elite, 1 hour 45. So, all game rules must be observed. Game is won by launching a rocket. Only 1 player, so you can't be multiplayer. Free choice of map so for any percent, you can gear you can pre-seed the map to whatever you want. Default also disallows super rich ore patches. Yeah, because you have to be default. No blueprints, but you can use blueprints within that you create within the run. Real time, not game time, because of UPS. Timer starts from the first frame. Timer stops from the first frame of the victory screen. Only map exchange string that can be created using in-game user interface is allowed. I love how specific these rules are over time. That's actually a new one. Playing in multiplayer mode is recommended because the way the simulation works. The game, when you open up the research screen in single player, the game pauses. It doesn't pause in multiplayer, so you're not losing time. Some of these rules are kind of weird. And then, yeah, so default settings. So this is the one you're talking about. So default preset must be used. Choosing a map seed is forbidden. So you can't use. You have to use default settings and use whatever's getting. You can't put a seed in. You can't put a string in. Anything like that. If using preview, the timer starts on pressing the preview. That's new. Timer stops from last frame. Enabling research queue is not allowed because it requires a change to default. So yeah, you can't even have research queue. So this is the one you're talking about. This is the default. There's also 100%. You got to be crazy to do that one. As you can see, there's no runs. Very few runs. 8 hours, 10 hours, 6 hours for Nephrons. God damn. With the multiplayer recommendation. So, boop, if I come back, oops, wrong button. If I come back here, if I press open up the text screen in single player, see how everything stopped? If you run in multiplayer, the game keeps simulating in the background of the text screen. So every time I bring up research, I'm pausing the game, which means my run is now like so I'm now losing time. So every time I open the text screen, the clock is still running, but the game isn't running. So that means you're wasting precious time, if that makes sense. So you want to keep the game simulating as much as possible. Much as you physically can. I can paint between the lines. What is 100% run? 100% run is completing all achievements. All of these in a single run. Lazy bastard, getting on track like a pro and finishing it within 8 hours, that's hard work right there. Took you 200 hours to 100%. 6k hours? What? Huh? Yeah, 100% is tricky. 200 achievement for winning in under 8 hours. Yeah, something... I assume it would be all of the practice runs to actually do it. That's why it took so long. Actually reach? No you don't. Do there though. You could do that one as well. What's the train up to, by the way? Loading. See, it's wait. It's always waits on one wagon. Every time. It also doesn't help that that chest is actually not inserting. It's exactly what this is supposed to avoid doing. Achievements you can't use. No, you can't. Oh, fish up to be awarded the Steam achievements. You can't use any mods. You can still get achievements within the playthrough, but they only count within that playthrough. They don't count towards Steam achievements. Yeah, you can only... The Steam achievements only count for non-modded. But within the game, within the playthrough itself, you can still get achievements in a modded playthrough. It's, as I say, they just don't contribute to Steam achievements. Yeah, it would help if the chests were actually all there, present and happy. Should balance itself out eventually. Love the highly optimized train tracks. These train tracks are very carefully laid out. There is no spoon. Pausing his YouTube video. Because as soon as these back up, then work out. It'll slow. The train will slow down enough for the chest to catch up. Cliff explosives, I do. Oh, I need to keep that cliff though. That's an important cliff right there. Yeah, the train's just set to wait till full, wait till empty. Thankfully, you don't have to force them onto timers anymore. Thankfully, when I get this going, I'll have supply of belt again. Can be free walls? They can be, yes. And that's... Oh crap, that's a lot of biters. I just saw the big mass of red before it went off and I was like, oh dear. That's not good. That's really not good. Where they came from. Oh, and that's a big spitter too. That's a lot of stuff right there. Double plus ungood? It is. Sound only happens when something is destroyed, not damaged. I don't miss the sound going off, but everything. All the time. Everything taking damage. I mean, I can load up a version 12 game and then you can appreciate it again. Every biter attack. Whap, whap, whap. No matter what. Eh, it's close enough. Oh, you jerks. Didn't even see them sneak in there. I had to get to the damn radar every time. Bill ignored the sound earlier. He completely missed the copper outpost being eaten, then saw the reading power. Oh, and again. Persistent? Where are they coming from? It would be probably out there. Just seemed like they came down. Odd. That's why I'm confused. Spider time? I wish. I could do spider. But I can't. Right. That's the right one I did. I mean, I could probably do tank, but I was never a fan of tanks. No, wrong one. This one. Laser turrets? No. I think it's time to move towards laser turrets and flame turrets. Around here should be good. Yeah, right here. Just do a sneaky little laser turret build. There, have stuff and things. Oh, I got rid of your power. It's time to grab some ammo and go say hi to the natives. Southwest? Yeah. I mean, we know there's definitely one there. It was just odd because they came, it seemed like they came from up, down. The trouble is they could have gone round like that and then down. Spiders can do some really strange things at times. They can take some really strange journeys. Oop. Socials, very important that is. And I do record these and post them on YouTube too if you want to watch more later, or if you want, or if you haven't, or if you want to see the very beginning of this base. God damn it, not again. There's also that. Is this a vanilla run? Well, not 100% vanilla, but no gameplay changing mods. So we currently have Shred Guy's Manly Warcry going. I have 3 different stripes in it. Ah? Eh? Yeah, Shred Guy's Manly Warcry. Climb the pollution slope. As far as I understand, it's mostly... Yeah, it'll make sense when it happens. Trouble is not a death world, so it's Not a death world, so it's not likely not likely to ever get used. Actually, wait until trains start moving. Then we'll hear it. We're more likely to die by trains than biters. Napoleon. There they are. Not Napoleon. Oh. Did he much? This peninsula is pretty crazy. This Terminator's more likely to die by trains than biters. Not wrong. Wonder if I'm hitting another lot over there. I would take a car, but it would be faster to walk, because I'd run into every tree between base and out here. Likely to die. It's not me, it's lag. See, I'm fine. Dead. Dead by train. It's been a while since I've seen that clip. Nope, nothing out here. I'm wondering if I should add some integration. To play games where I conspire. It's fun to do. Yeah, a lot of landmass. Still kind of regret not planning out the base now. That town does. Yeah. Yeah. Conspire, just not very good. I mean, that's different. I still can't believe it still hasn't finished that map. And it's starting to get a little old, that one. The integration suffering base. Whoop. Let's try not to die. Yeah, that would have been causing trouble. Right, I think other than that one there, I'm all good for now. Yeah, I'm kind of steering away from that sort of stuff for now. At least with the current economy, I don't want people like your money. There's better places to send your money than using it to throw nukes at me. So in UPS and FPS. UPS is updates per second. So that's the rate at which the game updates. FPS is frames per second, which isn't tied to the game update. Normally, the two should be locked together. So your if UPS goes down, frame rate goes down because the game can't render outside of that update rate. It doesn't actually benefit anything. Benefit it to do extra frames that it doesn't need to do. So at the end of each update cycle, it does a new frame. But you can have your FPS drop much lower than your UPS, particularly if you have a lot of bots flying or an integrated or 20-year-old video card, in one case, or them. Oh damn, that was hilarious. Yes, updates is your simulation speed. Simulation speed is generally like it's 60, so if the simulation slows down, your frames slow down the render cycle. but the frame rate isn't. It's capped out at UPS, but you can go to anything lower. So the same thing again. I don't know, maybe that made sense, maybe that didn't. Well, sulfur waiting for something later. Well, the sulfur here is going into science. This is going into explosives, because I want to cliff explosives. Yeah, it goes into blue science over here. What actually, like, low density. I suppose I can make more low density. I mean, 4 is a little bit undercooking it. For something that takes like 30 seconds to craft. Does that work? I think it does. And then, thanks to bots, we can Zen a special this up. And then run out of copper, presumably. And do something like that. And something like that. Yeah. Now we have sockets. It's copper sharing about with LDS. Each one needs 20-ish. 100B? Yeah, I downscale it. It's better for the 900 is better for the frame rate. It's me, Cactus, throwing down the 3 months up. Thank you very much for that. Show some love and happy chat there. And Snug. Snug is very important. There's not enough bitrate to really do 1080. I mean, yeah, I probably could tone down the copper. I mean, I don't really have the copper supply to do it. But yeah. Okay, Twitch streams, that's not likely to happen anytime soon. 4K really needs 18 plus megabit. And yeah, like even 10 to be straight. So to really do 1080 at 60 FPS, you really need 12 to 15 megabit upload for a stream. And then 4K, I suppose you can get it like at 30 or less. Probably get away with 15. But yeah, it's a lot of bitrate. Biggest problem is most 8K 120 FPS. And the other thing is, like, the processing power isn't there to transcode 4K anyway. Like, I do have problems where I don't as much now, but with the 1070 I have does struggle to do the NVENC on... I did have problems when I was doing 1080. I dropped it. Did struggle. I suppose 2080 would have helped, but it's a lot. Like, 4K, even, or just HD video in general, there's a lot of processing power. Alright, I need to move these labs. So, let's pick them up. Let's plop them over here, I guess. Factorio in 2K? Yeah, I'm running them in 2K. That's why the VODs are 1440. The VODs on YouTube, that is. $65 ATV. Well, okay, content would be excellent. See, come up with some uncompressed formats. 4K, it's like 4K is in the situation it was in where 1080 was in like 2009, 2010-ish era, where the processing power just couldn't keep up with the resolution. I mean, we're doing like already with 4K, even with 4K TVs and 4K, 8K TVs. Like, to do them at a reasonable frame rate, you're already doing pretty heavy color compression. To be sitting pretty close, have a massive screen to be... Yeah, 0.7. So I can... I have two monitors. That one there, that's 1920 by 1200. That one there is 1920 by... Not 1920, 2560 by 1440. 2560 by 1440, there is a notice... the resolution increase is noticeable because the old monitor was 1920 by 1200 as well. The old monitors were 1610. Which I wish was still a thing, but apparently it isn't anymore. There was a semi-noticeable increase, but it wasn't really noticeable. 4K, it's an uphill battle to see the difference. The same size. It's getting to that point where the pixel density is so fine, you're struggling to see the differences. Scrolling out and seeing everything on the map on every pixel is very satisfying. I mean, it is a GMI2 444. Thanks. How much robots? About 400. There's another 500, I think, in the chest. 800 in the chest. Yeah, it's about 400 in the network. It's enough to get by with. You don't really need too many bots. Throwing more bots in the air doesn't make things automatically faster. It actually makes things... If you don't have enough roboports, it makes things slower. Because the bots just spend more time fighting for charging slots. Yeah, they're not in construction area. Imagine scroll down. Okay, but you can't... Oh yeah, but you've got... if I had the same monitor in 4K, I wouldn't be able to really tell the difference. Because the monitor itself is it's too small to really discriminate the difference. Because you're in a 65-inch TV, you can see the difference. And that's where the 4K has a difference. It's because the physical panel's big enough. The pixel density is big enough to actually discriminate it. Do you sit pretty close? High resolution for a 6-inch TV, 7 feet for 1080, 5 feet for 4K. So if you're closer than 7 feet to a 4K display, it's not worth the resolution. Yeah. There's sort of high resolutions. Eyes are weird because they see different. It sees things in differences. So these bots are all fighting for a charge. So that's where the slowdown happens. They're all fighting for that precious, delicious jolt of electricity. But yeah, 4K, it's on a 27-inch, which is already pretty big, is pretty hard to discriminate. On a 16, 27 on a 1610 panel is 24-inch, more or less. Good old Pythagoras. Actually, really noticeable given the film format for games as much as Factorio. Every pixel has meaning. Yeah, again, because you've got a panel big enough to actually see it. Like the thing that I got here, you can't see it. You can't really see the difference at 4K because the pixels are so fine. Like the actual individual pixels themselves are so fine you can't tell. On a bigger panel, the pixels are bigger, so you can tell. Patience 4. So I've got a 1080 TV as well, 32 inch, and you can very easily see the pixels because the pixel density is so much lower. Even buy native 1080 or 8K 1080 upscaling, pixel ratio just don't work. I don't know what's going on with the upscale. Upscaling is just so bad now. It's terrible. Let's just feed it to the network. Feeding. Have all those packs. Important things, you know. Doesn't matter where I put them. Okay. Oh. Railway track. Oh, steel. Crap. They're all the same. It's because it's not integer. Non-integer scaling. So there's always an inherent amount of error. Right, I think I'll move copper over to the other belt. I should have done it in the first place, but I was being lazy. As correctly pointed out. I was hoping I could get away with it, but I can't. Plastic leaked onto the copper belt? Probably fine. As I say, like, this plastic belt's not going to be able to keep up anyway. I'll do a bit of that. Maybe. Oh, it is actually bottlenecked there anyway. Well, that circuit's going either way. So I want to use this circuit down here, this lot of circuits. Should keep these productivities. Work out how many I need to. That'd probably be a good idea. So find a way to get them up in there. Something like 12. How much do I need? Yeah, pretty much all of them. All of them. You need a lot of steel. Like, I'm struggling for steel now. I need steel and green circuits. Point where I'm probably going to need to build more steel smelters. Go under the lot? Yes, we can. It's kind of terrible, but oh well. Yeah, see, but this copper smelter should really be feeding low density. Like that. I could actually put low density here as well. Second car come from? I always had to. Interesting build. It's all just for, oh. That one pole powered everything. It's good for one-to-ones. As I say, I didn't really plan out this base, so I'm paying for it now. Don't plan your base, at least somewhat, then you're gonna have a bad time. Punitive price of spaghetti, it is. Get punished by having a spaghetti base. Rum, how you doing? What's up? Not much, just working on the base. Oh, it's almost time to get out here too. I was going to limit myself to 4 hours. I don't go too long. Go on for a few more minutes. Righty. I need more steel. See, if I'd planned these out, then I could allow for all the different things. Lang Arrow signing off shortly. Past tonight. Fitting? Very fitting. Actually very fitting. Alright, you get upgraded. More than I remember. Worrying about the important things there, the light bulb. Oh, power. Power down already. What are we at? We're 0.7. Half time is activity is 1. I think the breakdown's 2 on 3. Oh, it's more like 24, isn't it? Yeah, it's like 24. Oh yeah, there you go. Oh, it's not even moving at full speed anyway. Need more. I need to feed it copper. Because it's 3 to 2 on copper, it has a third copper smelter. Oh, it's backed up. Make more reds then. I say that as I'm ideally moving this away, this red circuit away from here. But whatever works for now. Low on low density. It's not... Oh, I just need to double down on that. There's some bots behind. They'll come back eventually. Yes, this thing's got full pressure now. I was hoping to at least get close to a rocket launch before ending though. So I might still try and push for that. Is it all running? Yep, they are. Highbind steel? Yep. And after that, oh, that is actually moving pretty fast. I say that, it's moving at the speed of a belt. Yellow belt. I had to think there for a minute. Fine. Yep, and that'll completely eliminate any trace of steel that I previously had. And or copper. Should I put more steel? Well, I wanted to put circuits down there. Again, smelter planning would help quite a lot here. Nope, copy not cut. That would be embarrassing. Put it up top, maybe? Okay, yep. From where? Steel and plastic, side load. Oh, yeah. Right. Or I could stick it down here. Wraps in the way. The answer is all of it. Can you believe that this was out in the wilderness at one point? Refineries, settle down. You'll get your oil. There you go. Much better. Speaking of much better, there we go. I'll get rid of that too. Poor depressed iron patch. Not really. Should automate them at some point. Oh, it needs grenades as well. Maybe when I make when I turn this into make everything start automating them then. Fine with handcrafting for now. I got a full inventory. I get a full inventory. Hey bots, there you go. Makes them happy. Oh. My personal bots did it for me. It just throws him in a rage. The bots aren't happy about glyphs. Bot's just like, give me that! Flings it furiously. Oh, that lane's not being used yet. Oh, hang on. Doesn't matter what order I use the lanes in, really. As long as the drain is... Actually, no, the drain doesn't matter. Fair enough. Alright, catch you later, Harum. I go for much? Maybe a little bit longer. I just want to get the rocket silo prepped. So I'll go for a little bit longer. And carry on to continue it on tomorrow. Excellent. Steel, please. Oh. Something, red belt and steel is optimistic. Can we go through all that? Maybe. Go there, Hugo there, Hugo there. And finally, I believe there's a Hugo. No, there isn't. Oh, you have fuel. Oh, you're ghosted. No, you're not. Oh, slow bots. That's why. Oh, for rocket silo, I do actually need concrete and all that. Oh well, it's researched anyway, so that's the end of tech. Can make a start on that stuff. Make uh-oh, that doesn't look good. Ooh, ooh, that's not good at all. You know what? You can go over there. In fact, just to be really cautious, I'm gonna do that. Ew, the coal's run out. Suppose I could replace the last of these two turbines there, engines. Probably not gonna. Oh, it just brought it under. It just brought it the power supply underneath, um. Right. Already there. Where? Go from here, there. Here, there, and everywhere. Trying to put efficiency modules and everything? Sure. Sure. Efficiency modules. Or build nuclear power. I mean, both are perfectly reasonable options. So am I going to use up all these before I make it over here? Probably. There we go. Transfer gas from the oil field pipe or train pipe. Hello, bots. So, oil's down here. We have a pipe. They're all pumping, aren't they? They're all pumping. The pipe comes all the way into here, into these. We're sad on power again. There's reasons. Let's speed that up. Doesn't need to be consuming coal if it doesn't have to. Technically, this is 2 yellow belts, which is a red belt. There we go. So now I can use both. Gonna be struggling a little bit. You need concrete. Okay. I mean, I could, like, solve the problem by going and getting more coal. That would work too. Need to work towards nuclear at some point. How does this look now? Better. Is it only 3 of them? It looks like it only takes 3 to max out. There. How's that for steel? I mean, plastic's sad now. Still going. Green specific coal lines won't be contaminated with solid fuel. Shouldn't be. I'm pretty sure this is all fuel only. Smelting fuel only. Do you mind? Buzz biter. Buzz. Or I go up there actually. I like my radars intact. Oh, now you're reading my belt. Very rude. That train left, also very rude. Oh yeah, intact radar. Yeah, they're a lot more effective. Like, I can't really see anything up here. Oh right, because I have two of them. Can't really see anything without an intact radar. Should really get rid of that nod at some point. Waiting for the bots. I need to go kill some biters. I'll let you do your thing. Have the mining drills to fix that too. They have come from there. Up there. I think that'll do it for today, though. And we should continue this on tomorrow. We'll deal with this power situation, build some more steam engines, then get the nucleus up and running, and then launch a rocket. Tick that box off. Start thinking about going up and up from there.